I don't. I'm not too upset. I'm gonna wait to see if I can get some more people in here, but I don't know how we got here. I don't. I'm not. I don't know how I feel about the hire. I know I don't like it off the rip, but I think I don't know too much about Brad Holmes, but everything sounds good. What's up, Derek? The rap? How? Oh my goodness, spit everywhere. Is it the rap? Did I say that right? That makes you wonder just how bad Blue Blob in the building. Always gonna recognize that. It makes you wonder how bad the it's just I know it's not an appealing job, but I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Welcome. I know I've seen you in here before. Matt, what's up? Uh, I don't know, man. So I'm gonna start like I do a podcast. I don't know if you guys know that. For my website, Good If It Goes, I'm gonna start posting our conversations on here, and we were talking about defensive minded head coaches and how many good ones there actually, have been. And Dan Campbell's philosophy is like, it's kind of like, I understand that he's a player's coach, but I read something where he was talking about, running the ball and playing defense. And I just don't think that old school, that sounds like curtains for Matt Stafford already. So, that's why I'm not happy. But like, this isn't a run the like. Who gets away with that? The Titans. They don't play defense that well. It's like, and I keep seeing Mike Vrabel comparisons, and that's not good. So, you trade all the Lions draft picks this year? No, it's not bad, man. That's crazy. No, they're not giving up Patrick Mahomes. Cavs card 0. What's up, man? Congratulations on the win today, and take a guess. Never changing your name again. I appreciate that, man. It's our connection. Didn't know you liked hockey. I like playoff hockey when the Red Wings are good. Like, I watch playoff hockey. I didn't watch last year, but I watch playoff hockey. I used to, so when I was growing up, we didn't have cable. So I got like 6 channels. Channel 50, channel 20, 7, 4, and 2. And this is in Detroit. So in Detroit, they always play Red Wings games on channel 50. So like if it was a boring day, I would watch like 94 Red Wings, like the Sergei Fedorov team, the Steve Eisenman, all those guys. And I love Pavel Datsyuk. Like, I watch those Red Wings. He's one of my favorite players. But yeah, I watch hockey from time to time. Thoughts on the greatest team in the league, the Pistons? Oh my goodness, Jeremy Grant is good, and that's the only good thing I can say about them. The entire Ryan family were amazing coaches. You talking about like Rex Ryan and them? Craig, what's up? I love that philosophy, but that's not. Yeah. I think the writing's on the wall for that. So I don't think that defense in the running game is gonna win it, man. You need an explosive offense. You need an offense that can score points, shootouts. Like that's where it's at, I think. So I'm gonna wait to reserve judgment. Yeah, but that Titans team isn't gonna win, Scott, because it's just him, man. Like, I think they have a solid plan. I think they are going to be like one of those on the cusp teams, but I don't think that they're going to, get to an AFC. Were they weren't in the AFC Championship game last year? Yeah, they were. But I don't think they're going to get to like that next level because you have to have a quarterback who can turn it on. Like, you can't I like when they're putting 8 in the box and Derrick Henry's getting stopped, you know, I would try to make Ryan Tannehill beat me. So I just don't think that type of football is where this game is headed. Like you see what Ben had like 400 yards last week, and guys are throwing all these, like, it's a passing league, man, and like that chew up the clock running game defense, yeah, that's good. But if you look into Super Bowl's history, like one point that I always argue is that there have been maybe 5 Super Bowl games where it's just been an all-out defensive onslaught. And in some of those games, it's just like the quarterback was trying. Like you look at the Ravens, and I think it was the Ravens and the Giants game. Like the Ravens defense was legit, but they were going against I think it was Kerry Collins, and they had Trent Dilfer. Like those aren't like superior defensive like great defenses win championships, but they don't win the Super Bowl. And I could back that up with facts. Like you need a good defense to get hot at the right time, or you can have a good defense get hot at the right time and still win a Super Bowl. I would bank on that more than I bank on, a top 3 defense, a top 2 defense, and a running game. Because, what are you going to do when you get in trouble and you need to throw the pass? That's where the game is headed, I think. Hire Doug Peterson. I love Doug Peterson. You guys ever see the ice cream video that they cut up where he keeps throwing they throw him, they're in the team meeting and he throws them to go get some ice cream before it melts. He's a good guy, man. I honestly, like, I wouldn't hate that hire. I think he did a good job with the Eagles. Big Blue Giant. Their Tag will be back next week. Tag's not going anywhere. Not happy about Arthur Smith, Robert Salah. Yeah. I don't know, man. I hope he does well in New York. I think the Lions were too much in disarray for him to succeed in that job, and he still loses like hometown luster. So I think he'll always have a chance to have that Lions job. But I mean, I also heard that he interviewed bad, which I don't know. We still don't know the plans. Like I watched like just like that introduction video that the GM put out, but like we don't know what they're gonna do with Stafford. We don't know what they're gonna do in the draft. That's it. Alex Smith for comeback player of the year. It was Stafford. Stafford had broke. I mean, it's going to be Alex Smith. I think it is, or what from what I saw, but Stafford threw for 4,000 yards off a broken back. And that's not just Lions bias. Like, I think Alex Smith actually playing in the game was that's like one of the bravest takes ever, because the way he almost died, that's crazy. But that's more narrative than actual like season. How do you only have 17K? I know, I agree. Go like harass all the TPS guys and tell them I'm making content or something. Bring all those fans over here. Like, share the videos. That's all you got to do. I'm actually going to start, if you got, like I said, if you're a smaller channel, I'm going to start this idea. If you stream or you play Madden or you play like PS4, PS5, we'll do an interview. Like, I'll play you in a game of Madden. I'll try to help you expose yourself to some more followers. Talk about, your goals with your channel. I'm calling it Beat the Quan. So I'm really good at Madden. I'm not really good at Madden. I'm okay at Madden. I used to be really good, and I'm kind of on a hot streak right now. So if you're a smaller channel and you want to be on this channel and you have the capabilities to stream on Twitch and you do all that stuff, email me. We'll do an interview, chop it up, anything you want. I love the Islanders. I'm not too much of an Islanders fan. I don't know what teams do I really like. Hate the Blackhawks, of course. I rock with I don't know. I don't like the Penguins. I don't like anything from Pittsburgh. I used to live in Pittsburgh, and those fans are menaces. They all they do is talk about all their championships, and they try to assault you. I like OV. OV's cool to me. Big crazy Russian dude, no teeth. I like his energy. I couldn't tell you anybody else right now. Watched the Vegas run when they were the expansion team. That was pretty fun hockey, but the Red Wings did fall off big time. All these Lions fans who want us alive because he's from Michigan also wanted Harbaugh just because. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't go either of those routes. I actually got a tip. I thought it was going to be Harbaugh getting the Lions job. I still know a couple people. So I thought like they offered Harbaugh big time money from what I heard. And I guess he probably leveraged that back with Michigan. Belichick and Tomlin have been good. Yeah, I'm interested to see if the Steelers like stick with Mike Tomlin, which I think it would be smart to, but let's go Nets. Brooklyn Nets fan. I'm interested to see how the rest of that season works out because there's a lot of personalities to manage there, and we were also talking about this on the podcast. This is like the time where you figure out if Kevin Durant is actually the leader that people want him to be. Like this is a time for him to wrangle in like Kyrie and James Harden. Like if he can get them to the finals and win, like I think that replaces the tarnished legacy he got by going to Golden State and winning. And everybody saying he needed Steph, which that's a horrible opinion. He didn't need Steph. I think it's just synergy, man. Like, why would you not go to the team that allows you to be you the best? It just so happened that they were already the best. Like, I tried to do that, like win a game, be the best player on the team by myself thing. Don't ever do that. Go to a good team all the time. You have an opportunity to not carry the load and carry the burden. Do that. That wasn't about TPS either. That was about football. But we were a good team. The Western years. The East is terrible for them. They're horrible in the East. Steelers are definitely whack. I feel like Detroit deserves better. Oh, yes, you're correct. Lions been breaking my gears since the year I was born. Welcome to everybody that's been alive since 1964 or 57, whatever. 8 playoff teams next year. But it's going to be a different team. So, I think it doesn't really matter anyway. The expectations are already in the crap per. Like, I don't think anybody has any expectations for this team. So I don't think anybody's going to have any expectations for Dan Campbell either. So, it'll be interesting to watch. Probably not fun, but interesting. Lions, poverty. Tigers, basement. Pistons, basement. Red Wings, basement. It's horrible. The Bills and the Bucks are the teams I'm rooting for in the playoffs. Did you guys like the games this weekend? Or last weekend, wild card games? I didn't really. The Colts game, Phillip Rivers, I hope he calls it quits. Who else we got? Ravens Titans was a pretty decent game. Congratulations to VK Studios and the Bears for Mitchell Trubisky winning the MVP of the Nickelodeon game. Congratulations. I hope that's brought up in his extension talks. I hope that's something that they negotiate to extend him in Chicago. That would be amazing. Who has the only Nickelodeon MVP on their roster? Bear down, Chicago Bears. What other games were there last? Okay, so what are we looking forward to this week? We got Aaron Rodgers versus the Rams, which that was a surprising game. The Seahawks losing. Jared Goff playing through something like that. That's crazy. I don't think he's going to have the same luck this week, but if he does, holy hell. Rams defense, man, Jalen Ramsey did work. Like to do that to DK after the last year that he's, oh my goodness, that's work. Rams, what we got? Rams, Packers. We got the History Bowl. We got Breeze, Brady, Baker. I'm sorry, yeah, Scott. So yeah, Scott, you still in here? But when I went off the air last week, Scott was like, "You didn't even do Steelers versus Browns." I was like, "Man, no practice, none of that. The Browns are going home, and they come out and absolutely destroy the Steelers." So I think I still have a 1 week jinx going. I got a 1 week jinx going. I probably every week this season. So we're gonna keep the streak alive this week. We got Steelers, or not Steelers, we got Browns, Chiefs, and Bills. Who is it? Bills, Ravens. Let me see. I'll go back up to answer some of the questions. Taylor Heineken. Heineken was kicking ass. I'm gonna read through. I gotta go back up and read through. So let me see. We going Saints, Bucks. Who you guys got and why? You're heartbroken. Yeah, it's not. I'm gonna give them a chance, like, because I was really hyped on the Patricia signing. I'm like a Belichick disciple lover, which I will never be that again. So I thought it was a good sign. So I'm not gonna overreact. I'm not gonna underreact. I'm just gonna see how things play out. We got Bucks. We got Saints. Saints because they have no answer for Hill. I would not put my faith in Taysom Hill like that. They're probably going to scheme him up really well. And there might be some wrinkles in there, but I wouldn't put my faith in him. How you win the division, yet the two teams you beat move on. Saints have killed them twice already, so 3 for 3. We got another Saints. Buccaneers because we want Campbell. No, we don't want that to happen quick. Saints, Drew Brees has more talent, more protection in the pocket, and a great defense to work with. Yeah, I was calling him Heineken too. We all thought Patricia was going to be the guy. Okay, that makes me feel better. Bucks because Brady is playoff Poppy. I never thought Patricia would be the guy. Sorry, Scott. I'm sorry, man. Doo-doo fart face. Correct. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking Saints. I'm thinking Saints is what's gonna happen. Or excuse me, not what's gonna happen, but what the prediction is. I'm not going with the Saints. This is gonna be easy for you guys. I'm going with Brady. If you can't tell. I mean, yeah, it's playoff time and you know, I'm going with the proven winner. We got Chiefs, Browns. Who's going to be bold and say Browns? Bucks line has had no answer for the Saints defense. Yeah. Is that Lucio? Lucio's going with the Browns. Are you a Browns fan? Game, you win the game up front, Scott. I hear you. Got one Browns. Browns beat Chiefs. Matt Dropsy. Whoo. No, a depressed Lions fan. Yeah. Welcome to the Losers Lounge. Browns beat Chiefs. Who saw it, Nick? Chiefs, but it sure would be entertaining to see the Browns win. It really would. Like, I think that would be one of the biggest upsets in playoff history. Browns, they're going to clutch up after a big win against the Steelers. So we got a couple people going Browns. I'm gonna stick with the Chiefs on that one, and then we got Bills Ravens. I want to see that. Because I just want to see the opinions on this one. Chris, what are you? I don't know what you're. I don't know what's going on with Chris. Bills Super Bowl or bust. Bills. Is it because you don't think Lamar has it, or you think the Bills are the better team? No, he's probably just talking about for himself. Bills are the better team. Ravens. Yeah. Then I think the most I got like 35 at one point. See the Ravens in an upset. Yeah, I think Lamar played a good game last week. I don't know, man. I would trust. Man, I don't know. I don't think he's there. I still don't think he's there. I think they're going to scheme him up and make him beat him in the passing game. So, yeah, I that's been the opinion that I've been seeing a lot is that the Bills. It's either that the Bills are the team that are best equipped. I really want to see that game as opposed to Ravens Chiefs. Anyway, I see you, Big Blue Giant. We need that Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers bowl game. I just want the only game that I really want is Brady Rodgers, and I don't want the Packers to go to the Super Bowl, but I want to see Brady Rodgers. I wanted to see it this week. When the Lions fired Caldwell, they just ruined the team. Yeah, they were on the up and up, but it is what it is. He's overrated, but it's good for thought. Who are you talking about? Definitely F. Matt Millen. State Farm Bowl. I think that's what it's going to be. No. I'm sticking. Yeah, I've been predicting the Bucks. I'm sticking with that one, but I think it's going to be Packers Chiefs. I feel like they're good. Oh man, the nostalgia they hit on there, but they gonna market that one hard. Packers Chiefs Super Bowl, all the nostalgia, State Farm Bowl, everything. They really said 9-7 record isn't good enough. It's the fours, man. Saints Bills Super Bowl. That's a prediction. Ooh. Saints Bills? Yeah. You think and then you think Bree said he's retiring, but is you giving him this his sunset moment? Caldwell was inconsistent and relied on Stafford too much to dig him out of holes. Yeah. He always looked clueless to me. Nick, me and Nick played baseball together. Nick Gregus. Damn, I can't never say his name. Who's winning? Nick Gragluski, right? That's the thing about I want to know what's going on with the enemy because like they were like saying he was gonna be the like the top coaching candidate, and he's going into all these meetings and nothing's coming of it. Like not even close. So I want to know what's going on with the enemy. Yep, Alex. They gonna market the hell out of that. Every time they put themselves in a position to win, they fail time and time and time and time. Matt's back. Nick, I would go Chiefs on that. I think the Chiefs are gonna have a run a couple of years, man. No, I think a lot of the Caldwell nostalgia is just that, you know, you knew what you were getting. They would go down and they would make comebacks, but we were calling for his head like that last season too. So how quickly we forget. What do you think about the Lions signing Brad Holmes? I don't hate it. I think I've seen a lot of praise, so I don't really know what we're about to get. I'm just here to hope that all the guys go out there and have fun, and then I'll talk about it on YouTube and yell at them. I don't know. I really like the Bills, but I might be marriage obligated at this point to root for the Saints. I would see. Yeah. I just don't. I don't think that. I don't know. I can't say anything bad about the Saints. Whatever. Can't find it. So, what if Mahomes didn't play NFL and went to play for the Tigers? Yeah, that's the Tigers drafted him in what round? It was like the 15th or something? Nobody wants to come to Detroit and under any circumstances. Do you remember Kyle Arrington? Vaguely. What's his name wrong? He was really good the whole game. And talking about Campbell, the 0-16 guy. Who do you want the Lions to draft? Any one of those receivers. I'm more like my idea of what this team should be is big explosive offense, couple of stops on defensive game. Let's try to outscore people. So Devontae Smith, Jamar Chase, like I think I don't really know what we're getting, man. Like, what are they gonna do with Stafford? They don't have that much cap space. They don't have any cap space to really do much. They got to re-sign a lot of players. So I don't know. I would take Smith, Stephon Diggs, and Josh Allen. So the Bills are going to win. I think the Bills definitely deserve to win one. FTP for real. He's stupid. Matt Patricia, like none of those coaches are. They can't. They try to replicate Belichick, and they can't. I don't know, man. I hope that they don't lose both Kenny and Marvin. I keep seeing Kenny and New York Giants rumors. So if they don't franchise them, it's looking rough. We need a quarterback first. We need to trade Stafford and draft. I don't like it. Like I don't. What are you going to do? You don't do yourself anything good by throwing a rookie quarterback out there and telling them to go figure it out. Like you look at Aaron Rodgers, he sat behind Favre. You look at Brady, he sat behind Drew Bledsoe. You look at Steve Young, he sat behind Joe Montana. Like you can't just throw a quarterback out there and say figure it out unless you have something to back him up with, because this defense is not something to back him up with. So, like the trade Stafford immediately, people like, what are you in so much of a rush to have another quarterback come in and fail? Because, like, honestly, if Stafford is doing all this, like, it's going to take a rookie a bunch or a couple of seasons to like understand playing quarterback in the league. So they're going to suck. Like, I mean, I would rather suck with Stafford, and if we suck, which everybody thinks we do, we'll get another top pick. We can draft a quarterback. We could build through the draft, and that's gonna be it. But like throwing a quarterback out there immediately is a bad idea. Like, I understand that people want to move on from Stafford, but like if you put somebody else in that position, they're not going to succeed. It's not just him that is the reason this team sucks. This team sucks because they suck. I do not want to see Cam and Newton in the Lions uniform. No. The line. What do you think about the line? No, hell no to Adam Gase. No Cam, Jamar, Imran. Thanks. I hope I said that right. Thanks for watching the FTP video. Tag Kenny, let Marvin walk. Man, Marvin Jones had a career here. I think if he would have went anywhere else, I think he would have got lost. But him and Stafford, that was a good connection, man. It's gonna suck to see Marvin Jones go because I think he came here the year the Megatron retired, and it was like, oh man, this guy's like he's a serviceable, like nobody can replicate what Megatron did. Like Calvin Johnson, top 5, Hall of Fame. I think he's gonna be first ballot. Nobody can replicate what he did, but Marvin Jones had a hell of a career here. Came bandwagon losers. The coaching tree is rotten. Yeah, not at all. Marcus Willis message retracted. Oh man, he said something bad about me. Stafford figured it out. Yeah, that was. I think that when Megatron left, like man, he had some bad OCs, man. Like I can remember, Linehan was bad to me. Lombardi was terrible to me. I think when Cooter came around, I think when he got some Cooter, I think that's when he changed it. He started protecting the ball more, and he wasn't taking those shots in the double and triple coverage. But like he hasn't like he was a turnover machine in like situations that were terrible, or we would be down by 3 scores and he was trying to make something happen. Like for all the stat Padford jokes you get, there are wins in there. There's like 38 or 33 comeback wins or game-winning drives and 28, 31 comeback wins. Like there are wins in there. So you're telling me that every time that they're down, they still have a shot. So that speaks for itself. But like he figured it out when Cooter came around, and now I think like he's gonna play till he's like if he can stay healthy, he's gonna play until he's 40. Like he's gonna Drew Brees it. If he gets on to a team that can protect him and keep him healthy, he's not. He's like I know he's 33, but he's still got like 6 or 7 more years in him with a good arm. So all he has to do is stay healthy, and like them passing record's gonna be out of there. And I was looking up the videos or things to do or that I'm gonna make scripts on and videos on. Like the Dan Fouts. Dan Fouts would be a good Matthew Stafford comparison. Like he's a great quarterback and they just didn't win. Like I get the fact that winning is a quarterback. It's perceived as a quarterback stat, and quarterbacks have to win to be good. But you can still be a good quarterback and you just be on some terrible teams. Like Dan Fouts wasn't even on a terrible team. He just didn't win a Super Bowl. Dan Marino just didn't win a Super Bowl. Now, I don't think like Stafford's Dan Marino, but like he's a good quarterback, and that's the bottom line. Josh Allen figured it out. Josh Allen definitely figured it out. I did not think I think I watched whatever segment they had on him. I think it was before the playoffs started, where he talked about his quarterback coach and how he changed his mechanics and everything. Man, I know that quarterback coach is getting paid because to change what he did and helping him figure it out. Whew, I don't think Kyler Murray's there yet. I think he's still I think the verdict's still out on him. Chase the best wide receiver in the draft. Probably. I mean, you can't really argue with any of them. 0 expectations for the Lions. It's just a wait and see. That's it. And I'm here for the ride. Scott making a declaration. I stand by my statement that there is no way they trade Stafford before 2022 with 5 picks year one. Yeah. Like it's dumb to just like tank completely. Like there has to be some type of transition to the quarterback of the future. And I think they see that and I think they know that. So I would hope so. I just want him to get a win, man. Somewhere. Russell Wilson figured it out. They had support. I'm gonna take Matt Stafford. Defense for the Lions. Yeah. I don't know what are you. I don't know what they're arguing about. With the no, they didn't. Thank you, because everyone that says trade Stafford clearly does. It's not even the don't know football. Like Lions fans don't know winning. Like we have never had an organization that made the right decision football wise. Like if you look at like the transition from this is our first quarterback that we've actually hit on. Like the whole Matt Millen era screwed the organization. It's kind of comparable to what Bob Quinn just did. Like, because they fired Wayne Fontes and then they brought in Bobby Ross. Bobby Ross had those horrible years. And then that's when Matt Millen had his influence and he got the job. And he went with Mooch. He went with Morningweg. He went with all those guys that were just terrible. So, like, I think if we do the same thing, like after we got out of the Matt Millen era, we found Matthew Stafford. So if we just get rid of Stafford, we're back to square one. So you got to have some type of succession plan in place. And I hope that they see that and they draft a quarterback or a quarterback comes along that can take us to the next steps. Like I know a lot of people are suggesting like going out and getting like Haskins or somebody like that. I don't think Haskins would be a good guy, but finding a quarterback that they gave up on already and going with that. So, it's going to be interesting to see. I don't really know what we're about to get. And I was wrong last time, so I'm not jumping out the window. Fitzgerald was the leader. Fitzgerald was washed. Yeah, Fitzgerald done for, man. Come on, man. No name calling. Blake Bortles has more playoff wins. Friday ass. Steelers Matthew, what's up, man? You all right? I know you probably had a rough week. Yeah, I mean, this organization just sucks, man. Like they don't know football. Like I think Sheila's trying at least. Like she's making moves that make sense. Like I think the Spillman thing was a move that made sense for this organization, and it would be something that it doesn't seem like they've done before. But will it pay off, and will it be something that works? Like as the Senegal Lions fan, no, it's not going to work. But as somebody who just wants to see his team win, I hope it does. It's nothing to really, talk about or worry about. I like the GM. I'm not on board with the coaching call. Let me see. I think. Listen, I've been thinking a lot. There should be like a fan control. Like I know the fan control football league is coming out, but there should be like a fan team that like gets to coach against these dumbass coaches in the NFL because, man, like some of the clock management stuff that I see and some of the decision making, I think Vrabel punting on that fourth and 2 from his 40-yard line, like these guys don't like deserve to be millionaires. Like I think if you throw some regular people out there, they could probably scheme up something that's a lot more creative than the stuff that we see every week. Wilson bucked the trend though. They wanted Matt Flynn outplayed him. I don't like Campbell yet, but I'm not really like gung ho about it, but I still want to see what he's gonna do because I don't know what the plan is. Would I take Jay? I would take Jay Cutler by miles. Sheila seems like my mom trying to run a football team. I'm giving her way more credit than I'm giving Martha. Martha, and I might give her more credit than William too. Like I mean, this team has been in hell since both of them. Like the Fords ain't it, man. Cutler has more touchdown passes, yards, and higher completion percentage. Yeah, it was a different game when Troy played though. Like Jay Cutler played in the era of toss it up. Aikman had a running game. Like, yeah, that's not really a fair comparison. Football is different each decade. Yeah, man. Swift, if he doesn't have any concussion issues and he continues to stay healthy, man, some of them runs he hit this year, I ain't seen electricity like that. I ain't gonna say since Barry, but Javed Best comes to mind because he was hitting the hole, boom, speed. Like the Jaguars game is one of the games that come to mind. Like he's really good, and if you get a receiver that can take the top off of the defense, they have to get faster with receivers. Like you have a legit offensive threat where you can't put 8 in the box or 7 in the box to stop the run game because you got somebody that's one-on-one in the man matchup, and whatever quarterback is at the helm, that's what you want. So if DeAndre Swift comes along next season and the Lions can keep him healthy, hopefully they re-sign Kerryon or Adrian, whatever the backup, they have to have, I hope Kerryon comes back. They gave him a limited role like hell, but I hope he wants to come back and get more carries. But yeah, Swift is it. He got to stay healthy, but he's it. I wonder if we keep Bevel too. I want to know what this guy's staff would be because Bevel had that team ready, and they if they're keeping Stafford, I think Stafford would want to have Bevel stick around because those games he was out there, he drew some stuff up for him, like the Bears game. You come out first game and you throwing 400 yards after being restricted by Patricia. I don't know. That's crazy, man, because that offense under Patricia and the offense under Bevel was completely different. So, you got to wonder how many of them games we lost is because of Patricia having a hand in the offensive play calling. So, Color gave a shit. How good do you think he could have been? I think we got exactly what we got out of Jay Cutler. I can't think of a comparison if he gave a shit. Because, he probably didn't give a shit because that was his cap. Lions' last game they won the playoffs was against the Cowgirls. With Matt Stafford on his last limbs, I think it'd be good to have a reliable. Yeah, I think I'm glad that we didn't get to Tua, or we didn't draft Tua last year at 3 because I don't think he's gonna be the guy. That's a rough start, and that's what I'm talking about. Throwing guys out before they get the hang of it. The Lions would have had to throw him out there with that team, and it wouldn't have looked well. So, you want him to help somebody develop, on the way out, because if they don't win, he's gonna be out of here. So, the handoff has to be sooner rather than later. We have to find somebody this year, either, free agency, something. But just going out there and throwing somebody out there against an NFL defense every week that hasn't read NFL defenses, it's gonna be terrible. I think if Quinn gone with Bevel over Patricia, he might still be. Yeah, absolutely. But he's still, man, some of them drafts, his drafting isn't as horrible as I or other people made it seem. But when he missed, he absolutely missed. Tabor was absolutely terrible. Jelani Tavai. I think I promise you, man. Jelani Tavai is the worst football player I ever seen in my life, and I'm talking like guys, like he's like a guy that I would look at a Division II school and be like, "How the hell are you here?" I don't know what he did at Hawaii, but he must have somebody's like daughter kidnapped, tied up somewhere. He's terrible. What would you grade Okuda for the year? Trash. Like it's hard. Like I was really hard on Darius Slay. I remember when he first got drafted. It's hard because the scheme sucked and he got thrown out there. Like when he looked bad, he looked fucking horrible. But when he looked good. So I think everybody's overreacting. I don't think he's Brian Westbrook yet. I think he's close. If like I want to see how he comes out next year, but that's where I'm leaning. It's hard to gauge though because the entire year, like he didn't get a training camp, he didn't get an off season. But Brian Westbrook is the where it's looking. Pat McAfee is pining for a Stafford trade to the Colts. Everybody, they're the only people on this planet that don't like Matthew Stafford are Lions fans. Every other team in the world, every other analyst, everybody on this earth would love to have a quarterback like Matthew Stafford, except for Lions fans. I don't get it, but I think the Colts, like, yeah, if Stafford goes to the Colts, like automatic Super Bowl contenders. That's all they're missing is a quarterback. The Lions are cursed. The Fords need to sell them. Ford family. Yeah, I that Ford family stuff. Yeah, I saw somebody mention that on one of the videos I did. I think it was last year. The NFL absolutely hates the Lions video. Somebody said that. So, yeah, that's interesting to read. Maybe I'll look more of that stuff up. Yeah, I think I know they mentioned the Cincinnati quarterback, but everyone's drafts hit and miss, but his coach choice was worse than any pick he made at the end of the day. Yeah, that's it. Scott coming with the facts. Are you all right, man? You got something you want to say? Roberto Martinez, what's up? Will Harris is pretty bad as well. Yeah, man, look, you can go through the list. It's terrible. And Rodgers dominated all of them. Who would you? So, like, that's my question. If it's not Okuda, what would you guys would have done last year? Raptor Jesus. Who would you have picked? Yeah, that's why, Lucio. What do you think we should do with Stafford? Let him walk when he wants to. Like, let him end his contract. Like, I mean, it's gonna be a rebuild. Like, we suck. Like, we weren't like 2-14, but we suck. The defense sucks. So this is the rebuild. Like, find a quarterback that you're gonna hand it off to. Let Stafford play, and he can leave whenever he wants. If he comes in and demands a trade in the offseason, all right, we'll deal you. If he wants to be the quarterback of the Detroit Lions, which he does, then let him play next year. And then you find players to build through. Like, if you're going to build through the draft, like, now's the time to do it, where you got a quarterback that can keep you in games. Like, you may luck up and turn the defense around. The scheme was what was terrible. Like, it's not the Lions had leads. They were like they would come out in the first quarter and go up 14-17, but they couldn't maintain it. So you're not telling me that this team doesn't have players. You're telling me that they're not coached well. Like, it's either a discipline thing or they don't make adjustments. They didn't scheme well. Football is not like linear. There are a lot of things you can do to change things up and make them work for your benefit. Like, you take out that DeAndre Swift drop. There are certain plays throughout the season where you say, hey, we make this play, we miss this play, our seat, we're an above 500 team. So like football isn't linear. So I don't think that you can gauge it off of how bad Matt Patricia was a coach is kind of the biggest factor in everything, because you're telling me that this team blew 11 leads. That's not a player thing. That's a coaching thing. That's you not making adjustments and you saying that, hey, this isn't working. Let's change it up. Like, that's not on the guys on the field. That's the X's and O's. Like, somebody wasn't prepared or they were being stubborn. Like, I forgot what point I was trying to make, but where was I at? Yeah, it was like what you should do with Stafford. Like, this team's gonna suck. This team sucks. So let him play until we figure it out, or until he asks to leave. That's it. Like, find somebody who will teach. He can teach to be a quarterback in the NFL, and then we're gonna have to let all these old contracts, like all these Bob Quinn contracts, go. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do with Vitae. He's not good. Like, I don't think Jamie Collins is going to return to form. Like, there's just a lot that needs to be done. And, I would take having a quarterback that can win you a game by himself or keep you in a game by himself and, find players than just like saying, whatever. That's what you guys are talking about with like staff. You guys are talking about like the post Joey Harrington era, like where we had Jeff Garcia and John Kitna and Dante Culpepper and Dan Orlovsky. Like, those are the guys that we had playing quarterback. Like, I didn't even know Dante Culpepper was on the Lions until like 3 years ago. I think that was the undefeated or the defeated season, the winless season. So, like, it is not okay to just abandon ship and throw somebody out there, because they're not going to succeed. And if they do, they have to, like, Patrick Mahomes got a year behind Alex Smith. Like, if you look at what Tyreek Hill said, like, this is the guy. Like, Patrick Mahomes wasn't out there looking like Patrick Mahomes is now. Like, you have to sit behind and learn, because football is hard, especially the quarterback position. But that's my soapbox. I was okay with the Okuda pick. Hopefully better coaches will come in and develop them now. And that's the thing, man. Like, he's still a football player. Like, you have to find out what your football players are good at. And Matt Patricia couldn't do that. Eric Ebron is trash. Like, the Colts, when he had that good season, Eric Ebron was like, he got like 127 targets. He still had the same catch percentage. He just got more opportunity to do the same thing. And now you see he's just drop-a-mania. Ebron is horrible, man. Do not talk about how good Eric Ebron is. He's not good. He's like, I hated Brandon Pettigrew. I would take Brandon Pettigrew 6 ways from Sunday before I would even look in Eric Ebron's direction. Henry Ford was one of the biggest. Yeah. All right. I'm not. I feel like that name is like code for something. Herbert is only good because of Pep Hamilton. I don't know, man. Like, he was balling. I want to see what it's going to look like when defenses have film on them next year, because he was balling. I can't say nothing about Herbert. Like, that would be the guy that Lions fans should be upset over, not Tua. Do you think Kenny Golladay is even? Yes. Golladay is great. Like, the first game back, I think, was the Jaguars game, or it was one of those games when he first came back. Like, you can see the difference in the offense. Stafford trusts him. He's a big body guy. I think prior to this injury season, he was like on the outskirts of a top 10 wide receiver, maybe number 10. I think Golladay is good. I don't think we should cut it loose. And I find it hard to say it's a personality problem. I think he deserves to be paid, but not after this season. I think he wants to prove himself. So I don't know. I don't think we should just completely like cut ties, but you got to get something in return for that, because I think only Cephas is the only one on the roster. Anyway, the time where they played the Packers and lost because of legal use of hands of faith. Yeah, that was horrible. I'm going to get ready to wrap up here, guys. I'm sorry about not streaming on Sunday. I'm probably going to pick a game on Sunday and stream. I might do some bingo cards for what game would you guys want to do some bingo cards for? We could watch together. Drop it in the chat and on this video, and I'll announce a stream either the day of or whatever. Please let it be Sunday though. Terrible Lions players. I would not trust Eric Ebron to catch a cold for me. 2014, the Lions draft Ebron over Aaron Donald. Yeah. What a mistake. Even I think in that draft. Galladay is a reliable guy to throw to for sure. Yeah. Only time Jay Cutler looked excited when he was signing. Easy money. It's funny how Dan Orlovsky got to call quarterbacks like Baker. Yeah, but I think from an analyst, that feeling sometimes too, because like I didn't make it as guys, but I'm just speaking from a football perspective. I think Dan Orlovsky knows like he wasn't it at quarterback, but he still has knowledge of the game. And these are the guys that, you can listen to because he can be honest about his career. Like it's the guys that, didn't do anything that you want to be wary. Like a guy like in the NBA, like Kendrick Perkins is that guy. I mean, like I don't want to hear Kendrick Perkins talk about basketball because he was an enforcer. He went in, grabbed rebounds, and got fouls. Like I understand he knows basketball, but his stuff is geared towards like LeBron, and like he's trying to be a personality more so than an analyst. So I like Dan Orlovsky's critique of the game. I think he's in we didn't lose him. I don't think they can bring both him and Galladay back. One of them has to come back, man. Like it would be horrible if we lost both of them. Browns game, got to root for our fellow non-Super Bowl winners. Okay, that's about Chiefs Browns. Packers are gonna lose. I only see one vote, so yeah, we'll do the Browns game. All right, I'll make cards for the Chiefs Browns game. You guys want to play bingo? We'll kick it. I think the game's on Sunday, so I'll see you guys then. Thanks for showing up for Fan Friday, man. I appreciate you guys each and every week. Subscribe to the channel. Get your friends to subscribe. Take a guess every Friday. I got 2 videos coming this weekend. 15 greatest divisional round games, and the Cleveland sports curse is no more. So look out for those. Want to see some upsets. I'll see you guys next week on Fan Friday.